Hello and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I'm really looking forward to sharing this on-demand demo. As you know, artificial intelligence is really just exploding. It's kind of changing the way most businesses are working. I'm really excited about sharing our AI-powered sales assistant. It creates an immense amount of time for you. It's going to help you make more money, be more efficient. Just imagine, no matter what you're doing, being able to qualify, book, sell, answer questions from customers and prospects 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Amazing. All right, so my name is Roel Hoekstra. I'm the president of Aquila Digital. We do general sales and marketing support for a range of businesses. I personally am really into the automation side of it, so marketing and sales automations. Our team also does websites, SEO, paid advertising, social media, the whole gamut. But we're here to talk today about AI-powered sales assistants. And this is an on-demand demo. So this is the same demo that I'd like to do for you in person. I just figured it's easier right now for both of us. You can watch it whenever you want, and I can record it once. So we're going to run through it here quickly. Who is this for? So AI is something that certainly big business has really jumped into hard. And smaller businesses a little bit slower because it's harder to get your hands around exactly how to do this, right? So we've created this for what I call small and mid-sized business owners. Now that's a really big range. Small and mid-sized business owners go from, $100,000 a year in sales on the low end to $100 million or so on the high end. So it's a pretty wide range. But I know that this group really can use the power of these AI sales assistants. Who is it for? I'll tell you, if you are a busy, successful business owner, you're going to resonate with this tool and what it can do for you. Oops, sorry. I also think it's important to say up front that you really do have, to take advantage of this particular tool, you have to have a website and it has to have traffic, right? So if you don't have a website, you don't have a traffic, that's a different problem. Let's talk about it. We'll get you there. But if you have a website, if you have traffic, if you're busy, this is for you. When we talk about the kinds of companies, I think AI sales assistants, and you're seeing them in every business. So there is no limit to where you can put these to work. However, our firm, we tend to deal primarily with service-based businesses. So I kind of list a few out here. Healthcare, chiropractors and doctors and dentists, etc. Home service professionals, contractors, plumbers, electricians, landscapers, right? You name it. Professional services would be more the accountants and lawyers, bookkeepers, etc. And then you have retail, real estate, all are good. We've really been working on getting this AI-powered sales assistant to help with answering questions, doing the lead qualification, and booking appointments. So anybody that is in a business where you need to book an appointment with your customers, this is just an awesome tool. So if this sounds like you, let's really pay attention. So as I said, successful and busy. You're just not getting to answering all the calls. When people fill out forms on your website and you call them back, there's nobody there to answer. You're not getting enough opt-in and leads. I mean, if you have traffic to your website and you're getting 1% to 2% conversion off of those leads, you're just not getting enough. And the reason you're not getting enough is you're not engaging and you're not giving the visitor what they need when they're on your website. And partly that's because when somebody comes to your website, right, they're looking for information. Nobody comes to our website for entertainment. They come because they're looking for information. And if you don't give it to them where they can easily find it, you're going to lose them. They're going to go and say, all right, well, this doesn't give me what I want. So when you do this and you incorporate an AI-powered sales assistant, the results are phenomenal. because you now have an expert working for you all the time, an expert in your business, your industry, your services. They can answer questions. They can ask qualifying questions, and if they're qualified, they can book appointments. It's somebody that's working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, period. And they really don't have any particular limitations on their work, right? So there are no vacations, holidays, sick time. They're never going to show up hungover. And I think one of the things that I don't have a bullet here for specifically, but they also don't really run into volume problems. So when you run a special, or somehow you get a spike in traffic, if you're relying on people, right, and you get 10 forms that are filled out all at once or 20 phone calls, how do you handle them? You can't. But with artificial intelligence, it will scale with you. It can handle 1, it can handle 10, it can handle 100 simultaneously. So we're doing this with ChatGPT. Now, I love ChatGPT. I've been focused on studying it for the last year and a half. It's amazing. It sort of has taken over, yet it really hasn't been around that long. So ChatGPT is the engine, right? That's the thinking person behind artificial intelligence, the machine, thinking machine. And we pair that with conversational AI, which in other words means you are having a conversation with the AI algorithm. It knows what you said. It remembers what you said. It builds from that conversation. It builds from other conversations because it is your sales assistant. And you have the ability to train it sort of like you would train another employee on your business and industry. You give it the tools that it needs, right? Calendars, price sheets, anything that you want. So if you think about how do you train a new employee, especially a customer service facing employee, it's the same thing. The only real difference is it takes seconds and not weeks. And, they start out just super smart. The ChatGPT, your new employee, it knows everything that's on the internet practically. And, I've hired a few people in my day. Most don't come in quite that smart. If you're a really good manager, you can train them up. But it's really nice when the person that shows up is super smart right out of the bat. So first thing I want to do is quickly run through an example of physically how this works, what the interface looks like, sort of how the conversations work, so you can see the power of this on your website. So here's a website. It's a regular website, fire, water, mold, damage remediation, and in the lower corner is where the chatbot, or our AI-powered sales assistant, sits. You're going to see a little bit later on, this is completely customized. You can change it, the language, the symbols, the avatar, the position on the page, all of it's customized. But this is what we're doing right now. So when somebody clicks on that, they're going to enter into a conversation with the artificial intelligence the same way they would enter into a conversation if they called you, or if you happen to do a live web chat, or any conversation with that employee. In this particular case, grab some screenshots, but let's look at it as, hey, I got mold in my basement. How do I know if it's black mold? So again, you don't have to program these answers. This is what's so cool. In the old days, we used to have to program an answer for every question. Now, artificial intelligence figures out what the question is. So when I'm showing you this was their answers. We didn't program these answers. We trained the AI. So in this particular case, first steps, get a mold test, get a mold test professional in there, and we can see whether it's black mold. Do you want to schedule a free on-site assessment? And we have told this one, your job is to schedule free on-site assessments, right? So that's what it does. So in this particular case, they're like, yeah, it'd be great. So let's get started. Let's gather some information, right? Same as you would on a phone call. Give me your first name. Give me your last name. What's your phone number? What's the service address that we're talking about? Your zip code, the street address, right? So those are all the things you would need to schedule an appointment. Thanks for the details. When would you like to book? Tomorrow? Sure, I got the following time slots available. Which one works best for you? How about 8? All right, you're all set. Free on-site mold assessment tomorrow at 8 a.m. So that is automatically gone and looked at a scheduling calendar, figuring out what's available, pulls it in, and there's a whole series of automations that we run in the background that then go out to the technicians, etc. But just for the purpose of looking at the Chat GPT, in addition to the real-time chat in the side window, right, there is a full CRM system in the background, and you can see for each person, right, for each person, contact, so that came in from a web chat, and you get to see all the web chat conversation on the side. And let's say you're sitting at your desk working when this comes in, and you see the chat starting, right? Because you get a text message or a notification on your phone that, hey, there's a web chat going on. Well, you can hop in and take over anytime you want. So if you are doing an SMS or live chat, so 2 different types of chats, right? If you take over, the AI turns off, and now you're running it. So you have an awful lot of control there as far as how that works. So I want to say, in addition to this thing being so cool, by far the best part is that it is so easy to do. There are literally 6 steps, and that actually may sound like a lot to some, but some of these are super quick, right? So the first thing you have to do is we set it all up in a platform for you. So this is our Aquila marketing system. It's a full sales and marketing platform. You get your own account. The platform is where all the AI is hosted, so you don't have to worry about going into ChatGPT, doing everything in a programming structure. So the platform gets that set up. You then have to set up your prompt. You have to integrate a calendar if you're going to be doing scheduling. You have to give it some education, tell it what it needs to know. You have to train it, right? So practice questions and answers. And then you put the chat widget on your website. So here's the back end. It looks like this. For those of you that know, if you know, you know, right? This is built, our system is built on the high-level platform. So we take the high-level platform, we have white labeled it, and we customize it for our clients. So it's not some little rinky-dink platform that a small little technology company is running off to the side. No, this is a robust, huge platform that's has amazing support, rolling out new features literally every single day. And there's a vast amount of support out there for these platforms. So the one thing you don't have to worry about is that the platform that you're running this on somehow is going to get you in trouble. It's not. So the first thing you want to look at here is building your conversational AI. And we have bot settings, bot trial, bot training, and configuring intents. So the first thing you want to do is figure out how do you set up your bot, what channels it's going to include, how much time. All these kinds of things are really straightforward. This is interesting. I think by default we set it to like 20 seconds, which seems to me to be pretty high, but some people like to mimic a human, right, and slow it down. Excuse me. I don't. Like when I'm on a website, I want my answers and I want them quick. So I try and have as little wait time as possible. I want this thing to respond. And you can also set a maximum number of messages so that somebody isn't just messing with your bot in some sort of an infinite loop. So it goes for a while and then it drops out. So then we go to configure intents, and these are your prompts. We have 2 prompts. There's always the support in general questions and answer. So that's the basic prompt. And then the second prompt, which you can turn on or off, is do you want to do appointment booking? And if you want to do appointment booking, do you want it to ask questions like we just looked at in that demo, or do you want it to just send a booking link? At this point, I'm kind of a little bit more of a fan of sending the booking link. It just integrates slightly better with the CRM system. So you can play with it, check a box, try it either way, see which one works best for you. And then this is kind of how the prompt looks. So what we supply for you is a complete template prompt. So you can start with this prompt and you can edit it for your business, but you're able to sort of tell it, like, who are you? Who's your bot? What's your goal? What are the conversation guidelines? How do you want to speak to people? And you can expand this to a fair amount of detail. And that's the prompt. So every time that conversation's going on, the AI knows who it is, what it's doing, what it's supposed to ask for, and how it runs that conversation. Then you have to train it. So in this particular case, it is so easy to train. And this is a huge improvement from what we were doing just 6 months ago. All you do is stick in the URLs of the web pages that you want to use for training. So you can use your own web pages. You can send it to industry expert kind of web pages. Mostly it's your own, so product pages, about pages, etc. And it will crawl it, it'll gather all the information, and then below it you can add all the frequently asked questions that you want, questions and answers, and then it knows it, right? So then we have the bot trial. So this is where you're training. So training and trial, we use sort of interchangeably here, but I call this training. Ask it questions. Ask it the questions that you get and make sure that it gives you the answers that you want. So here was just an example that I did, right? So if I have mold in the attic, if you remove the insulation to get rid of the mold, do you also replace the insulation, or do I need another contractor for that? So it said, once you remove the need, you need another contractor to replace the insulation. Okay, so that's the wrong answer. This is a full service contractor. You don't need another contractor. So you click on the negative button. I didn't capture the screen. You then give it the answer that you want it to do. No, we're a full service contractor. We'll take care of it for you. And you're done, right? So then I hit the reset conversation over here and I did it again. Same question. Here's my new answer. We're a full service contractor, so we'll handle the removal of the mold and replace the insulation, right? Yes, I check it. Good job. Pat on the back. That's the right answer. That's how you train it. And if you noticed, it took a second. We told it what the right answer was. It learned it instantly, and it won't make the mistake again, unlike a lot of our personal employees. So that's super cool. As I said, you can completely customize everything. The way the prompt looks, the kinds of little symbols you're using, color schemes, where on the page it is, your avatar, your opening messages, your chat windows, your messaging. All of this is available to customize. And then when you're ready to launch, it's super simple. You just go grab the code, put it on your website, and you have a couple things to do. You can put the code on your website. You can add it to Google Tag Manager. If you run WordPress websites, we have a plugin specifically that's going to go grab that and make it easy. And of course, if you use our platform and you have your website running there, it's even easier because you just go to a drop-down menu and say, yeah, use this one, use this chat widget. on this page. So you can have different chat widgets, different conversational starters, depending on the page that they're on. Super cool. Okay, so there's the code. As I said, it's 3 lines of code with the script top and bottom. So if you're running your own website, you just go grab that piece of cake. So let's take a quick review. This is fast and easy. They're just 6 steps, and you can do it in 2 days, right? 2 days max. Like, it's so fast. And we're here for you. We're going to set up the platform for you. We're going to give you the initial prompts to edit. We're going to show you how to integrate your calendar. We'll give you a calendar if you need to. If you don't have a scheduling calendar, we'll show you how. I mean, you can instantly educate the chatbot, as we talked about. We're going to give you a frequently asked questions template to use for all the advanced training. We're going to give you a separate training module so that you don't have to figure this out for yourself. And again, once you have it done, once it's working, you have it all up there, 3 lines of code, it's on your website. Simple as that. Oops. So just be clear, this is the best employee you're ever going to hire, and it's going to save you thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars over hiring a real employee. So it's just absolutely awesome. And you know what? Your users want this. As you see, 73% of users expect the website to give them this kind of convenient access to questions. Most users prefer to use a chatbot for those quick, simple questions. Most consumers, almost 90%, rate their interactions as positive or neutral. And it's fast. I mean, this is the piece that's amazing. There is just no lag from when your user asks the question, is looking for information, and they get it. No lag. And we know in sales and marketing how important it is to respond instantly when customers are asking for stuff. So if you're ready to see the impact that this can have on your business, well, I want to make it as absolutely easy as humanly possible. Okay, and that actually is a pun. 30-day risk-free trial. So if you try this, you will not be unsatisfied. And if you are for any reason, I got you covered. So first, let's talk price. How much does it cost to hire somebody to do all this for you, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, training, etc.? I don't know. You're gonna do that for less than $25,000 a year? You're gonna hire a firm to do it for you. Maybe you're paying $2,000-3,000 a month. I don't know. It depends on volume, right? Unlimited volume, just $97 a month. And as I said, this is completely risk-free. 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you're not happy for any reason at all, let me know. I'm going to give you all your money back. And then at the end of that initial risk-free period, we're just rolling to a simple month-to-month plan. If you want to go to an annual plan, it's $970 a year, right? So you 2 months free. But for the most part, everybody just rolls over to a month-to-month plan. Let it run. It's simple. You want to cancel anytime. No problem. I won't be happy, but there won't be a problem. So as I said, my job here, our job is to make this as easy as humanly possible. And if you're not a technician, don't worry. I got you covered. We're gonna help you every step of the way. I say it's a done-for-you solution. I almost think it's really technically more of a done-with-you solution, because I can't do some of this stuff. You have to help us in terms of training the AI on your business, but we will hold your hand and make sure you're successful. That's why my 30-day satisfaction risk-free trial is like, there's no way for you not to be satisfied when you get started with us. So again, done for you solution. We're going to set up the system. We're going to help you build the prompts. We're going to do the training, and we're going to get you started fast. So 2 days to go live from, you got to tell us about your business, give us some frequently asked questions, and we're going to make this happen. So are you ready to join the AI revolution? It is coming. If you're not doing it, guess what? Your competitors are. And in 6 months, there's not 6 months, they're going to be coming for you. So the future of marketing and sales is here right now. This is a game changer. Don't kid yourself. My only question is, are you ready to embrace it? I've done everything humanly possible here to make this as simple a trial for you as possible. Let's get started. All you got to do is click on the Get Started button below, and in 2 days or less, you're going to have a new AI-powered sales assistant working for you 24 hours a day, every day. So with that, I look very much forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, please reach out. Let's get started. Let's do something really awesome for you.